Hey crafters, great to have you with me. Today we're going to finish our gate, and make sure that you watch part 1 of this video to see, get yourself up to date. Today we're going to finish up the construction and paint it up and then show what it looks like at the table. So let's go to the table and finish up that gate. Now I want to make the pulley that pulls the gate up, and I'm going to need rope for that. So I've got this cheap twine I got at the dollar store, and I'm just going to cut off a piece. That should be plenty long. And I'll just saturate it with some water. Get it wet, and you see it's still curly, so it's not really useful to me yet, but I'm going to use some white glue and put a bead along the twine, and stay on there. So we'll go all the way up and down the twine, and then I'm going to twist that glue into the twine, and that will give it a nice saturation of the glue into the twine, and I'll harden that up. So now that it's got the glue in it, I can lay it straight, and I'll let that dry. Alright, so now I've got my hardened rope twine, and I did go over that with another application of the white glue before I used it here. So I'm going to measure some pieces about 1 inch each, and then I'll just cut it off the piece. And I like how that's nice and stiff, but it still looks like rope. Okay, so now I'll cut the top part there, and all set. Okay. So now I've got my brackets. I'm going to use my goop and put some goop in those beads that were brackets, and I'm going to stick the twine in there and twist it towards the center, because there's going to be another piece that's going to be the center piece that will pull it up. Okay, so I'll put that on the rope in the center there, and it looks really great. So now I'll add another piece of rope to where it pulls up, and let that dry out. Look at that. That looks great. That looks really cool, like you can pull that gate up. There we go. Sweet. Okay. Here we are. I spray painted that flat black, and then used a burnt umber to wash it. Now I'm going over it with a paint called Mississippi Mud, and I'm trying to stay on the boards, the middle of the boards, to give it some shading between the boards. And you can see how I'm just painting that on there, and looking good. Now I'll paint the gate same way. Just paint those boards in the center, give some shading in between the pieces. Doesn't just look like one flat piece. Okay, got that painted up. Now I got some pewter gray here, and this is actually in a cavern. So I'm going to paint the base where I did the hot glue gray. So there we go, got that. And now I'm going to do a lighter gray. Okay, so got my brush, and I'm going to start painting it on the gate. So this is going to make the wood look aged, like it's really old, and possibly waterlogged and stuff. So this will be a gate for a it's like a dike type thing. It's like a reservoir. Okay, so I've got the gate also painted. And look how that really pops out. That looks awesome. It really looks aged. Now I want to paint the brackets, and I've got a gunmetal, and I'll just paint the cardstock and the beads, that gunmetal, and I'll really make them look like metal brackets on that. All right, there we go. Now I've got a lighter color, a lighter brown, and I'm going to use it for the rope. So I'll just paint the rope with it. Turns that twine into rope. So. Looking good. All right, there we go. Sweet. Now here we go. I want to add a little bit of green to this to simulate where the water is coming out, and a little bit of moss on it, in the cavern and stuff. So add some to that gate, and then I want to add some also to the spillway too, where it's a little bit leaking out of the boards and stuff, and it's wet. So there we go. Some moss on there. Now I'm going to do a little bit more shading on this, and I'm going to do the boards, between all the boards and stuff, and see how that really just kind of pops that out, just gives it that extra oomph. And this is really wet down. I'm not doing this full strength. I'm watering this down quite a bit. And it always looks darker when you first put it on. Remember, this will dry up lighter than it's looking right here. But yeah, looking really good. That really pops out those boards and just gives it that extra shading that's really nice. There, get the back side. Just get between the boards. You can also, any cracks or crevices, you can also fill those into. And a little bit of extra distressing. Put the gate in, and we're ready for the table. So let's go to the table. Hey guys, here's a Cavern 2.5D next setup, and check it out if you're not familiar with it. I have the reservoirs, the gates blocking the reservoirs, and some water leaching out into streams down out the cave. And the adventurers come up the hill, and the goblins lift the gate, and all the water comes out, pushing the adventurers down back out of the cave. Always fun. So I can remove that water, so if they release the water I can remove it. I can also put a stream coming from the other one to fill that in, which I didn't do in this video. So let me give you a closer look at this. I really like the weathering on that. Looks great. And the gate action is just super simple to do and very smooth. Really came out nice. The beads, the rope work, just really a lot of value to that piece. So there we go, an easy gate. Hey crafters, I hope you enjoyed the vid. Make sure to check out my other videos. I have tons of videos on building all kinds of stuff, so make sure you check all those out. Join my forum and Facebook group, great people on there. Also, please give me a like if you did like the video. Make sure to share, also share with friends so they can join us in our world of crafting. And last but not least, go forth and craft!
Oh, peekaboo. Oh, this is heavy. Oh, geez. Oh.